Hello, and welcome to the Soulful Self Development podcast. I'm so glad you're here. My name is Hannah Sutherland. I'm a lover of all things self-care, personal development, and spirituality. I have created this podcast to help you grow into the most soulful version of yourself while creating more joy, magic, and purpose in your everyday life. If you're ready to live a life so full, then you, my friend, have come to the right place. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and now let's dive deep. Hello, and welcome to the very first episode of the Soulful Self Development podcast. I am so excited, you guys. This is something I have been wanting to do for a long time, and now is finally the time. So today, to start out, I'm just going to do a little bit of an introduction to who I am. I'm going to give you 11 fun facts about me, because 11 is my favorite number, and also introduce to you what Soulful Self-Development is and why I created it. So let's dive in for fun fact number 1. I am from Canada. I grew up in and around Lloydminster. If you don't know where that is, Lloydminster is on the Alberta-Saskatchewan border. Literally half of the town is in Alberta, half of the town is in Saskatchewan. But I actually grew up out of town on an acreage. I went to school in Kitscoty until about grade 9, and then I finished school in Lloydminster. I have 2 sisters. My older sister's name is Jessica. She's married and she has 3 kids, Sawyer, Quinn, and Dawson. And my younger sister's name is Grace. She is engaged. She's getting married this summer, and she just had a baby this year. Her name is Lennon. We actually, all sisters get along pretty well. I wouldn't say it's always been that way, but the older we get, the better we seem to get along, which is awesome. We just celebrated Christmas, and we had such a good Christmas. Probably the best Christmas we've ever had. It was so much fun. And I absolutely adore being an auntie. It is one of my favorite parts about life so far. I love my nieces and nephews so much. They bring me so much joy, and they give me so much love. I can't wait to be a mom one day, because being an auntie is so much fun. I imagine being a mom is just even better. So, number 2 is that I love to dance. I love dancing so much. Dancing is my passion, my job, my family, my joy, my therapy, and it's a big part of my soul. I know that it was a gift given to me in this life. I was born into a dance family. My auntie owned a dance studio growing up. Now my cousins own it, and I work for them. So pretty much our entire family has grown up dancing, and it is something that just brings me so much joy. Being a dance teacher has been one of the biggest blessings of my life as well. The kids are it's just amazing. It's just pure joy. Like, teaching little kids how to dance is like pure joy. Like, they just run around and have so much fun, and I am so glad that I get to be a part of that. Number 3 is that I am also a DJ. I've been DJing for about a year and a half now. I do not produce music or anything. I just work for a local entertainment company, so I DJ like weddings and events and school dances and all kinds of things. And it is a lot of fun. It was quite easy for me to learn because I already knew how to count music being a dancer. But it is so cool. I love it. I think it's crazy how like intricate it can get, and how like cool you can make things sound. And this last year, Serato came out with stems, which has also made DJing like next level. You can pull out vocals, you can pull out bass lines, all kinds of things, so that when you're mixing from one song to another, you can switch it up. And it's a lot of fun. I love it. I hope that it's something I always do. I'm not sure if I will ever like make my own music, but I would love to be able to DJ for like, you know, have like hosting a retreat one day and being able to DJ and have everybody dance, and just getting to like set the vibe for the party is so much fun. And yeah, I really enjoy what I do, both my jobs. I'm super lucky that way. Number 4 is that I am a Gemini Sun, Aquarius Moon, and Libra Rising. I think I'm a Libra Rising. I actually don't know the exact time I was born. If I had to, the range of the time-ish I know I would be born in, I would rather have a Leo, Virgo, or a Libra rising. But when I read all of them and what they represent, I most resonate with Libra. Also, my dad is a Libra, so I have that energy in my family. Actually, my family has quite a few Libras in it, so that's what I believe my rising is, but I'm gonna have to maybe get my birth records one day so I know exactly the time I was born. My mom thinks that the time that my mom thought it was, I would be Virgo, and I just don't resonate with that. So I think maybe I was born a little bit later than she remembers, but yeah, a lot of air. I have a lot of air in my chart. I'm actually 69% air in my chart between all my planet placements and my big 3. So a lot of ideas in this brain. My brain is always stimulated. But I love that about myself, and I have to work super hard to be grounded, but I know that about myself now, and I make a conscious effort to do that for myself every day. In human design, I am a 3-5 ego projector. Human design is something I've only just dipped my toes into. I don't know a whole lot about it, but when I did learn that I was a projector, I was like, oh my god, my whole life makes sense. And it really, really helped me. So if you've never looked into your human design, I highly recommend. It's something I would really like to learn a lot more about on my journey. I definitely plan on taking some kind of course or just continuing to learn about it on my own, because I find it absolutely fascinating along with astrology, but I have dove in deep down the rabbit hole of astrology, so I know quite a bit about that. And in numerology, my life path, soul urge, and expression numbers are all 11. And then my birthday number is 4 and my personality number is 9. I also haven't dived super deep into numerology, but also finding out that I have 3 11s in my numbers was also very interesting and a very big part of my spiritual journey, which I will get into in another episode. But those are just some of my things that if you know anything about those 3, you might simply understand me a lot better right off the bat. But if not, I find them all fascinating to learn about. You can find them on the internet pretty easily. There's a lot of free resources out there as well, if it's not something you want to invest money into learning in. But if you want to do that as well, I highly recommend. There is so many awesome teachers for that stuff out there, and they are really awesome tools for understanding not only yourself but also all the people around you. So yeah, on to number 5. Number 5 is that I absolutely love to travel. I have been to 9 countries so far, and I intend to travel the whole entire world. I absolutely adore traveling. I can't wait to travel. I moved to Australia before the pandemic, and was only there for 3 months before the pandemic hit and had to come back. Otherwise, I probably would still be in Australia because it was super amazing. I have an auntie and uncle that live there. I've been to Germany, Poland, Hungary, Czech Republic, the United States, Mexico. I had to stay overnight in Japan on my way to Australia. And of course, Canada. I've done a little bit of traveling with inside Canada. I spend a lot of time in BC. My dad lives out there. I try to spend the summers out there if I can. And that's one of my favorite places I've ever traveled to. We have a beautiful, beautiful... If you've never been to Canada or never have toured through BC, I highly recommend. It is just breathtakingly magical out there. I also just love how beautiful Mother Earth is. Like, there are so many different places in the world that are just so totally different, but yet so extremely beautiful in their own way, and I just love to see that and admire that beauty so much. I admire Mother Earth. She is wonderful, and I hope that I get the chance to explore even more of her one day. Yeah. So, number 6 is that my favorite animal is a turtle. My favorite animal has kind of always been a turtle. I love turtles. I just love that their vibe is like go with the flow, slow and steady wins the race kind of thing. And lately I have been super, super drawn to lions. I love lions. I love the energy of a Leo. I think if I could be any zodiac sign, I would pick Leo or Sagittarius. So I love Leos. My grandma was a Leo. I just love the like courageous energy of a lion, and that's something that I'm trying to embody in my own personal life. I actually did some spirit animal cards reading, past, present, future spread, and I had the past was a turtle, my future was a stingray, and my present was a stingray, and my future was a lion, which was kind of saying like I was slow going with the flow. Stingray was like if you change your life, if you change your way of life, your life will change essentially. But if you stay the same, your life will stay the same. And then the future card was a lion. So it was saying if I do these things, if I be courageous, if I follow my dreams, I will become the lion instead of being the turtle, which I still love turtles, but I want to be a lion. Okay, number 7 is that I have a pet cat. Her name is Linda, also could be called May. Her name was Shay when I got her. She's 11 years old. I just got her this summer. I took her in from another home, and her name was Shay, but 2 of my very good friends' names are Shay, so I just couldn't have a cat named Shay. So her name was going to be Linda, and my mom is currently watching her for me, and she is convinced that her name is Linda and will not let me change it, but I was going to call her May because it rhymes with Shay, and also a good friend of mine has a cat named June, so I just thought that was funny. So Linda, May, she is very special. She's getting up there in age, but she is so sweet, so good, so laid back, and I'm excited for us to live together again. I'm just living in a house that I cannot have a cat right now, so my mom is watching her for me, and now my mom does not want to give her back, even though she was hesitant to take her in for me for a couple months, and this is probably why, because she knew she would get attached to. But Linda is awesome. She is so cute. She's a calico. She has the super cutest nose. She has like a little orange, like straight, like patch down her nose. And then her actual nose has also like a pink patch where the orange lines up with. It's so cute. Yes. Okay, so number 7 is that I have always, my whole life for as long as I can remember, believed in reincarnation. I had a lot of like realizations as a young child, being like, oh yeah, I've done this before. And even like learning things throughout my life, I'd be like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, do this. And the more I have deepened in my spiritual journey, the more I have connected with my past lives that I have lived. Many, 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 many past lives. I know I haven't connected with all of them yet either. There's just been like throughout my life, different phases of my life, different places I have traveled and whatnot. I have unlocked different past life memories. And so, yes, reincarnation, I think it's cool. Energy cannot be created or destroyed, so why would we not be transformed into something different? So, yeah, that is just something I have always believed, and I am stubborn, so you cannot change my mind. Number 8 is that I have a very special gift. I am a visionary, which means that I have like visions, almost like psychic visions. Sometimes I see the future before it happens, but I also have a lot of visions for like the far future and like how I'm going to use my gifts to help make the world a better place. But I also have visions. I'll have visions and then like that exact thing will happen to me like within a day or two, but I also have long-term visions that I can't wait to see pan out for real. I also can see things, like I can see how everything is interconnected. It's like if somebody had a like negative personality trait, I can see exactly where it stems from. It's like, oh, they suffered this kind of abuse, or they come from this kind of background, or even within my own family, I've visualized some patterns back quite a few generations to see like where they've stemmed from and stuff. So I find that really fascinating, and it's something in my gift that I need to tap into more. It's something just recently that I've been tuning in with, and it's something I will dive into deeper in the future. I am also an empath, which means I can feel other people's emotions. I have an open sacral center in my human design chart, which means I am open to feeling other people's emotions. I used to struggle with this a lot before I knew this about myself and didn't know how to clear energies, especially ones that weren't mine, because if I'm not clearing my energies all the time, then I'm picking up on other people's energies and I will carry them around with me, and I will be like, why am I so angry? Because I'm not an angry person. So if this is something you struggle with, you should look into that. Being an empath is quite common. If you look at your human design chart and you have an open sacral center, then you are also an empath. And it is good to know how to ground and clear your energies so that it doesn't overwhelm you. I'm also a super open channel. I have a very open channel to connect with the divine, the spirit world, whatever you want to call it. I've practiced mediumship for a couple of years now. I don't do it all the time or in the way of like connecting with people to talk to their loved ones that have passed away, but I do channel a lot of information from the universe. I get sent downloads all the time, different ideas, different things that I'm going to do in my career, different truths that I've been, wondering about. So I think that's kind of cool about me. These are all things I'm still learning to navigate and deepen, and it will be part of my whole life's purpose. It's not something that you can just do overnight. It's something I have to work at every single day, but just something cool about me and something that I really love about myself. Okay, I might have got the numbers mixed up. If I did, I'm sorry, but now we are on number 10. Number 10 is that I am very gifted with children. I adore children. I love children so much. Like being an auntie, being Miss Hannah, teaching children is just such a gift. It brings me so much joy. I think it's because I truly am just a child at heart. I love connecting with my inner child. She's very special to me. I have a picture of a picture of me as a child, and it sits on my bedside table to remind me of my inner child and to connect with her. My inner child loves to dance, which I think is why I love to dance so much and love to teach little kids to dance, because it's like my inner child is back in dance class with them. Kids are just very drawn to me. As a dance teacher, my biggest struggle is probably that the kids want to hug me the whole time. And sometimes it can be hard to get things done because they just will literally hang off of me, and I'm not complaining because I love it. But it can be a little frustrating when you're trying to clean a dance and they're just like, oh, Miss Hannah, hug. And you're like, okay, we're limiting it to 3 hugs per class. But yes, I love kids. I hope to have 4 of my own kids one day, but if I had more than that, I also wouldn't be surprised because I just love kids and I can't wait to be a mom. I think I'm going to be a really good mom one day. And that is quite far in the future for me, but something I have always wanted to experience in my life. So that's something I look forward to in the next, I don't know, who knows, 10 years probably at this rate. And last but not least, number 11 is that my favorite thing about myself is that I can see the magic. I can see the magic of life, the magic of the universe. There is magic all around us all the time, and once you see it, you can't unsee it, and it's a pretty amazing, special feeling. I feel really blessed that I have that gift to be able to see that, and I wouldn't say I've always been able to see it. It's definitely something I developed as I developed my spiritual practices, and being open to the magic and believing that it's there has really made it even more magical for me. But I have seen fairies, I have magical things happen to me all the time, honestly. Just like things that happen that there is literally no explanation as to why it happened, but it did. And it just really helps me to believe in the magic. And I love magic. So I think also why kids are so drawn to me and I do so well with kids, because I think kids can also see the magic. And I like to encourage that in them. Like, I hope that I can keep my kids believing in magic forever, not like they lose that when they get to that age where they start to, grow up and then they lose that part of themselves. I hope that I can raise my kids who never lose that part of themselves, because it honestly makes life a lot more fun. And you can think I'm crazy all you want, all the live long day, but I don't care, because my life is full of magic and I love my life. And so far it's been amazing, and I'm only 24, so I'm just getting started, and I can't wait for all the magic that is going to come from now until forever. So that was 11 facts about me to get to know me a little bit more, my personality, where I come from, some things that I love that light me up. But the biggest thing for me that I want to share with you guys is why I created Soulful Self Development and what that is. So Soulful Self Development is my business. It is I have a social media platform for it, but also it is my career in a way, because I created this to help teach you guys about spirituality and personal development and self-care, to help you learn to raise your vibration, improve your life, and create the magic in your life that you have been wanting to create, help you follow your dreams, chase your desires, all those things. I have a course that you can take if you're interested. Feel free to reach out to me at any point. My Instagram is at soulful.self.development. You can also find me on TikTok at the same handle. And it's just important to me. I've always wanted to make the world a better place for as long as I can remember. And I know that I have these special gifts and abilities because it is part of the reason why my soul is here right now at this time in this chaotic world, is to help create some peace and love and joy and magic. And like I said, I'm a visionary, and I have this vision, this feeling, this knowing, this belief that I am going to make the world a better place. I'm going to make a really big impact in the world, and I don't think I'm the only one. I think there is a lot of people like me out there. There's a lot of souls being born that are being put here to help this transition of our world into a better place, and I 100% believe it's happening. I thought for a while that I would just wake up and it would be better one day, but I know that there's a lot of work ahead, and it might take a little bit more time than anticipated, but the end result will still be a world of us living in peace and harmony and love, and a lot less corruption and all these negative things that are consuming our world right now. So yes, this is Soulful Self Development. This is me. I hope you enjoyed this first episode. There are a few more episodes that you can listen to right now, and I will start releasing a new episode every week, every Wednesday after this, so stay tuned. Thank you so much. I love you guys, and have an amazing rest of your day. Bye! Thank you so much for tuning in today and making Soulful Self-Development possible. I am grateful for each and every one of you. If you enjoyed the show today, make sure you rate, review, and subscribe. Stay tuned for new episodes coming out every Wednesday. You can connect with me on social media at soulful.self.development. I would absolutely love to hear from you. You guys make my heart so full. See you next time.